Our Region's Business is sponsored by PNC for the Achiever in You. Welcome to Our Region's Business with your host, Bill Flanagan.
Today on Our Region's Business, baseball, beer, and luxury travel. What better way to spend the summer? We'll meet the new CEO of Pittsburgh Brewing and find out what's next for that venerable regional brand. And we'll meet two generations of experts in luxury travel from right here in our region. But first, leveraging the popularity of the Pittsburgh Pirates to attract talent to our region. ImaginePittsburgh.com is partnering with the team and Major League Baseball to put our region on the map with baseball fans everywhere. Partners have launched Baseball and the Burgh, a sweepstakes to win a trip here for the last homestand of the season. Also happens to be a birthday celebration of sorts for the great one, Roberto Clemente, who would have turned 80 years old this year. Frank Coonelly's back with us. He's president of the Pittsburgh Pirates. Welcome. Good to have you.
Hi, Bill. How are you?
I'm doing okay. How you doing? Team's doing pretty well these days. You must feel good.
Terrific. We're right in the hunt. We're right where we want to be, dealing with some injuries right now, including to our star player, Andrew McCutchen. But the team is fighting through it, showing some remarkable resilience, and the crowds have been tremendous at PNC Park this summer. We just love to see the people come to the ballpark, and they're having a great time. So it's terrific to see PNC Park look like it was built to look like. And we always said that when it was full and when we were playing games that meant something, this park would be special, and it certainly has been.
Well, it has. I mean, people still talk about that wild card game last year has been one of the most remarkable games potentially in the history of baseball in terms of the crowd reaction.
Greatest crowd I've ever witnessed in my life, and I've been to several Game 7s of the World Series. Greatest crowd, bar none. Not even close.
That's crazy. Well, a lot coming up, and obviously you really have a last homestand of the season this year that's going to mean something, right?
Absolutely. We intend to be in the hunt and hopefully several games in first place by the time that we get to our last homestand. But the National League Central is tight this year. We've got some great competition in the league with the Brewers and the Cardinals and the Reds, and I think it's going to be a fight to the finish, a dog fight, but we intend to be part of it.
Well, I mentioned the last homestand because that really becomes the hook for this, what's essentially a talent attraction promotion that the Pirates are doing with ImaginePittsburgh.com and Major League Baseball. You win a trip for the final homestand, right?
Well, it's a great opportunity to come back home for a former Pittsburgher who may be living out of the city now. You have to be outside of 75 miles to have an opportunity to win the sweepstake, but come back home, take in a game on Saturday, take in a game on Sunday, watch BP from the field, have a special dinner at the ballpark, have a special lunch with one of our very good corporate partners, BRGR. Have a great Pittsburgh baseball weekend with the Pittsburgh Pirates.
It's a great way for a season finale, but it also has some additional meaning because it's sort of like Clemente Week and Clemente Day in Major League Baseball at the same time. Right?
Absolutely. Major League Baseball has a Roberto Clemente Day in September every year. It's September 17th this year, so right before that weekend, and there is a play being played in town called The Great One. And so the winner of the sweepstakes also gets to see the very interesting play. I'm looking forward to seeing it myself, called The Great One.
And Clemente would have been 80 this year, but he still has legs. He's figuratively speaking still a draw, especially for Latin America.
Oh, it's true, Bill. All over Latin America. When we built our academy in the Dominican Republic, I remember going and benchmarking other academies. We went to another academy of another major league team, and every one of the dorm rooms, this is in the Dominican Republic, every one of the dorm rooms on another major league team had the 21 on it, the gold 21 reflecting Clemente. And I asked the camp counselor there, I said, why the connection? They said, throughout Latin America, the kids still revere Roberto Clemente. And they do it for a number of reasons. One, he was a tremendous Hall of Fame baseball player, but then secondly, he was a tremendous and an even better humanitarian.
Well, his legacy still lives on, and I guess it's turned into a real opportunity for our region in a way as we look to the Latin American population to get interested in Pittsburgh and the opportunities here. Clemente has turned out to be a draw.
Well, it doesn't matter what generation you are. You know, if you're in Latin America, particularly Puerto Rico, you know the Clemente legacy, you know what he stood for as a man, as a person, and as a baseball player, and that's why the Humanitarian of the Year award that Major League Baseball grants is called the Roberto Clemente Award. It's the only award that is granted for humanitarian efforts, and it's named after Roberto because of his legacy of giving.
Hey, you mentioned Clemente Day, which is September 17th. Is that just something that happens here in Pittsburgh, or is...
Happens all across Major League Baseball, but of course we like it to be focused here in Pittsburgh. So the Pirates and Pirates charities use that day to go out into the community, go to one of our local schools, and give them a day of giving to really honor Clemente's legacy by bringing needed supplies to that school, having an assembly with all the players. So all the players come, we have an assembly with the kids, and bring them what they need in terms of supplies. Last year it was iPads. In past years it was gym equipment. So it's our opportunity to live up to the very high standards that Clemente set.
But people will be paying attention to it across Major League Baseball.
All of Major League Baseball celebrates on September 17.
So they'll all do something around these same themes about community and Clemente's legacy.
It's a tremendous legacy. We feel it very special here in Pittsburgh, but it's celebrated throughout Major League Baseball.
Well, it was really gratifying. You know, the Pirates worked with us on bringing El Gran Combo to Puerto Rico, the world's most famous salsa band, to town in June as part of the Jazz Live Festival that the Cultural Trust put on. But it was amazing to see thousands of Latin Americans and Anglos all together on Penn Avenue, and Roberto's sons actually got up and spoke to the crowd. And I know one colleague of mine said, you know, their father would have been so proud to see that moment in Pittsburgh, because it was a very different Pittsburgh when he lived here and played for the Pirates.
No question, but Roberto loved Pittsburgh, and his sons, Luis and Roberto Jr., loved coming back. It was their home. It's where they were born and raised and grew up.
Well, it's great to be able to end the season this year and really make it a lot about a celebration of Clemente, as well as hopefully success on the field for the Pirates.
Absolutely. We're intending to play well into October this year, Bill.
All right, well, we're counting on it. Obviously, enormous progress last year with a winning season and getting to the playoffs, and now you'll see how deep you can go.
Absolutely. We're looking to go further, all the way.
And I guess if people want to enter the sweepstakes, I guess the best thing to do, since you can't win it if you're probably within this viewing area, is tell people, you know, but they can go to pirates.com, they can go to your website, and
absolutely, pirates.com, and you'll see the sweepstakes there, and yeah, spread the word. Tell people that you know that are outside of 75 miles that this is a great opportunity to come home. All expenses paid, trip back to Pittsburgh for a baseball weekend with the Pirates, celebrating the great legacy of Roberto Clemente.
All right, well, it's the ultimate way to celebrate, that's for sure. Frank Coonelly with the Pirates, thanks so much.
Thanks, Bill.
All right. And next up, Pittsburgh Brewing is hoping for a blockbuster with its new Blockhouse brand. We'll get a taste when our region's business returns. Stay with us.